Hi YouTube, it's your girl Dina, and I am here with a really quick book review. It's going to be a really quick review. I have to preface it by saying I haven't uploaded a video on YouTube in a long time because I have been working on a big promotion at my job and I finally got it. Part of that promotion kind of took all of my free time because I had to study to get my securities license. So I'm done. I got my promotion and things are kind of slowly going back to normal. But all of 2017, I haven't had a chance to read anything. So as soon as I got my promotion and as soon as I was done with my studying and my last test and I passed my last test, I couldn't wait because it's fall time now. It's the beginning of October. I couldn't wait to just sink my teeth into a really juicy, nice book, and I found it. So the book I'm going to review is my first book that I'm reading for 2017 in October, which is Three Dark Crowns by whatever her name is. I can't think of her name. Anyway, so I really love this book. I wanted something kind of dark, but not too deep dark. I wanted something to kind of like get me ready for fall, get me ready for winter time, something that I can get immersed in the world and just kind of forget my troubles and what's going on in real life. And, I've heard a lot about this book, and so I couldn't wait to read it. Now, before I go into my review, I have to kind of explain that I almost exclusively only read audiobooks. I don't, because of my schedule and because of how I kind of am, I don't have time to sit down and read a visual book, like actually read a book. I just don't have time. I have to multitask. I commute to work, I have to do a lot of stuff. And then also too, I just really enjoy audiobooks. So with that being said, of course, this book, when I read it, it was an audiobook. And the audiobook, it was okay. It wasn't the best, the most entertaining audiobook that I've listened to, but it was really good. Now, how I'm going to review this book is I'm just going to give you really quick pros and cons of the book. If you are on YouTube, you probably already have gotten a synopsis of the book, so I'm not going to really give you a synopsis, but hopefully this is going to be 100% spoiler free. And like you, I kind of, I'm not going to say like you, but for me, sometimes I don't like to know too much about the book. When you watch these reviews, sometimes people kind of give you the whole plot of the book. I'm not going to tell you anything about the book. If you're looking at this video, 9 times out of 10, you already got the gist of it, and so I'm just going to go into my pros and cons. So I'm going to start with cons because that's a shorter list. One of the cons was, I'm sorry, I had lunch earlier. One of the cons was that even though I really enjoyed the characters, I felt like there was probably a couple of characters too many in this book. Maybe visually reading it is a little bit different. It reads different, but for me, listening to it, because there's so many worlds, of course, there's 3 queens. Because there's so many worlds, each world has its queen and its own entourage, its own like little, village of people, and they all are kind of characters in the book. It's like they really have their own dramas that are going on, and so it was probably too many characters to follow, because you already have 3 main characters, and that's enough for one book. So when each main character has 3 of their friends, and their friends have friends, and their friends are going through things off on the side, that's a lot of little characters to follow. And so a lot of times I got confused, and I found myself rewinding the audiobook, so because I would find myself listening to Jane Doe, and they're doing something, like, wait a minute, whose friend is this again, and whose homeboy is this, and which land are we in again? So I would have to rewind it so I could really thoroughly listen, and then I was like, okay. So I would say, even though I really enjoyed the characters and I liked their twist and what was going on with their story, there was probably some of them that you can cut out, or just not follow so heavily, because I really enjoyed the three main characters, the three queens, and I would like to have had some of that time more focused on them so I can more fully understand them and things like that. Not that I didn't, but in this first book, it was too many people. And then my con number two, which is kind of goes hand in hand with there being too many characters, is it wasn't. I read it really quickly because I was just so eager to read. But so in the middle, because I felt like they probably spent too much time on the side people. Like they had their own like little scenes and own little stuff going on, and I felt listening to it, their scenes were so long and not intense, but so in depth that I kind of had to really listen to make sure, oh, they're not talking about the main character. This is not one of the queens. Oh, this is the homegirl. Oh, okay. Like, I had to remember that this is a side person. So there were more than just the three queens that were like major characters in this. Yeah. And I feel like it made, because we spent so much time on the outside people, it made the middle part of the book slow to me. Not slow to the point where it was like it dragged. It just kind of could pick up just a little bit and get me back into the action and back into some of the stuff that I wanted to know about. Those are my only two cons. It was a little bit slow in the middle because they were focusing on other people, and then there were too many other people. So those are my two cons. And then my pros list is, I really like the world. I like how they dipped into each world, and so they made it really clear on what world you were in at the time when they were speaking to a certain kind of queen. And I like the different kind of worlds that they have. Of course, you probably already know there's a poisoner, and then a naturalist, and then an elemental, and it was more about the people and how they interacted with each other in each island or in each world. The naturalists, they were hunters, and they did certain kind of things, and then the elementals, they did certain kind of things, and so I really appreciated that. I appreciated the little twists. They weren't like way big curveballs that they threw in the book that you were like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. There were cute little twists in the book that I really enjoyed. So I like the twist. I like they threw some things in there that you were like, huh, okay, that's keeping my interest. Overall, I give this book, I'd say a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was a cute book. I really enjoyed it, and I went through it in 2 days. I listened to that book in 2 days, and I was done with it. And so I can't wait to read One Dark Throne, which I am pretty sure that that's the second book in this series. I just can't find it on audiobook, and so I don't have time to read it visually. It's fall time. It's the beginning of fall. It's a good book to read late September, early October, or winter time. Could be, January, February, March, probably, because they talk about spring sometime. But I really enjoyed the book. And if you like this video, you like this review, you want to see more, thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my weight loss channel, which is Dina Got Sleeved, and let's inspire each other. Bye-bye.